Behind the veil of piety lies a world of forbidden desires. Welcome to the dark side of the convent. Today, we are diving deep into the scandalous, the sinful, and the undeniably captivating. The top 10 best nun affair movies Part 3. Prepare to be shocked, intrigued, and maybe even a little tempted. So let's start. 10. Our Lady of Lust, 1972. Christiana, traveling from Athens to Rome, gets caught up in a gambling game during a turbulent flight. Terrified by the storm, she vows to become a nun if she survives. However, the strictures of convent life prove challenging for Christiana, who had previously embraced a life of sexual freedom. Despite her attempts to adhere to her vow, she succumbs to her desires, eventually leaving the convent and returning to a life of sin. 9. Story of a Cloistered Nun, 1973. Carmela, a young woman of noble birth, defies the societal expectations placed upon her by refusing an arranged marriage. As a consequence of her defiance, her family, seeking to control her, forcibly sends her to a convent. Carmela's arrival at the convent unexpectedly disrupts the existing power dynamics within the cloister. Two figures, both captivated by Carmela's striking beauty, become embroiled in a fierce struggle for dominance. The first is Nun Elizabeth, a woman of considerable influence whose family wields significant power. This influence allows Elizabeth to maintain a life of decadent and illicit pleasure within the confines of the convent, indulging in a sapphic lifestyle. The second is the Mother Superior, a stern and imposing figure who, despite her outward piety, harbors a hidden darkness. Both women, driven by desire and a lust for power, vie for Carmela's attention and affection, further complicating the already fragile social order within the convent. 8. Teresa, El Cuerpo de Cristo, 2007. Ray Loriga's film Teresa, El Cuerpo de Cristo narrates the tale of Spanish mystic and religious reformer Saint Teresa of Avila. Her tremendous spiritual journey, which was characterized by visions, internal difficulties, and confrontations with church authorities, is depicted in the film. Teresa is torn between her divine calling and earthly wants, but her fervent faith changes her fate. Teresa is portrayed by Paz Vega in a captivating performance that perfectly conveys her spiritual fire and sensitivity. For those who enjoy tales of spiritual growth and disobedience against social norms, the film's beautiful narrative, rich historical background, and examination of religious devotion make it an engrossing cinematic experience. 7. Images in a Convent, 1979. In 19th century Italy, orphaned Isabella seeks refuge from her corrupt uncle at Santa Fiora Convent. Mother Superior Angela welcomes her, eager to shield Isabella from the outside world. However, Isabella's mischievous nature and the arrival of a handsome wounded soldier disrupt the convent's tranquility. Forbidden desires awaken within the nuns, leading to clandestine acts of self-pleasure and forbidden intimacy. The wounded man's presence intertwines with the legend of a mysterious pagan statue, fueling a growing sense of unease and sexual rebellion amongst the sisters. 6. The Little Hours, 2017. The Little Hours is a 14th century set comedy directed by Jeff Baena. It follows a group of nuns, Aubrey Plaza, Molly Shannon, Allison Brie, whose tranquil lives are disrupted by a charming handyman. Their attraction to him leads to a series of amusing and surprising events. This film offers a hilarious and unconventional take on the nun film genre, blending crude wit, ridiculous situations, and filthy comedy to challenge traditional depictions of convent life. 5. The True Story of the Nun of Monza, 1980. Sister Virginia de Leyva, the new Mother Superior at the esteemed Convent of Monza, discovers a hidden world of sin beneath the veil of piety. The convent harbors a clandestine network of illicit desires, fueled by the lustful appetites of Don Aragon, a debauched priest, and Gianpaolo Osio, a notorious womanizer. These two men, driven by a shared lust for power and forbidden pleasures, conspire to seduce Sister Virginia, employing cunning schemes to achieve their objectives. 4. The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine, 1974. Lucida, fiercely in love with Esteban, is cruelly imprisoned in a convent by her family to extinguish their forbidden love. Exiled to this secluded institution, she remains cut off from the world and the man she adores. Despite their separation, Lucida and Esteban maintain a clandestine correspondence, nurturing their love within the suffocating atmosphere of the convent. They hatch a daring plan to escape, yearning for a future together beyond the oppressive walls. However, their hopes are shattered when Esteban is falsely accused of heresy, a grave charge with severe consequences. Lucida seeks refuge within the very walls that have become her prison, unaware of the dangers that await her within. 3. Bad Sister, 2016. The plot of Doug Campbell's film Bad Sister follows a young woman who develops an unsettling obsession with a nun she suspects of having sinister secrets. The passionate and occasionally perilous boundaries that faith, obsession, and desire can cross are explored in this thriller. The film blurs the lines between reality and hallucination, as the protagonist gets increasingly involved in her mission to expose the truth. This suspenseful psychological thriller offers a distinctive take on the nun genre. It explores how faith and obsession may converge in unexpected and unsettling ways, using the convent setting to heighten the spooky mood. Fans of thrillers will find Bad Sister to be an engaging watch as it offers viewers a gripping journey that questions ideas of faith. 2. Nude Nuns with Big Guns, 2010. Nude Nuns with Big Guns is a cult classic exploitation film that follows Sister Sarah, a nun pushed to the brink by the heinous crimes of corrupt members of the clergy. After years of suffering and witnessing unspeakable acts of abuse, Sister Sarah experiences a divine revelation, a calling to deliver righteous vengeance. Armed with an arsenal of weaponry and righteous fury, she embarks on a bloody crusade, seeking retribution against those who have betrayed their vows and desecrated the sanctity of their positions. The film is a wild ride of over-the-top action, gratuitous nudity, and darkly comedic dialogue, delivered with a tongue-in-cheek wink to the audience. 1. The Killer Nun, 1979. In The Killer Nun, Sister Gertrude, a head nurse at a hospital, undergoes brain surgery. While recovering, she becomes addicted to morphine, leading to a descent into madness and violence. Initially, Sister Gertrude experiences severe headaches and relies on morphine for pain relief. However, her dependence escalates, and her behavior grows increasingly erratic. She becomes paranoid, cruel, and ultimately homicidal, targeting both patients and staff within the hospital. The film explores themes of addiction, the abuse of power, and the corruption of religious authority. Sister Gertrude, a figure of supposed sanctity, is transformed into a monstrous figure, blurring the lines between good and evil. The film's graphic violence and sexual content further contribute to its unsettling and controversial nature. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more scandalous and hot movie lists. And as always, thanks for watching.